And needs to get better, like all those second-year players. So we're excited about his growth. He takes this game very seriously. He works at his craft. Just watch him and Coach Lynch and Denzel and Greg. I mean, they're constantly working. So he'll keep coming along. As to the amount of man you play, that's really for the season, and we'll see how that all shakes out. But MJ's, I think, adept at playing man, zone, off, press, all of it.
Do you guys need to see Jakeem on offense in a game before you make a roster decision?
No.
Kevin, will you take Deshaun out of there after a series if Andy Reid takes his starters out of there after a series?
No, we'll kind of stick to our plan. Mary Kay, I've texted with Coach Reid. I kind of know what they're doing. I'll let him share that whenever he's sharing it, but we'll just do what we do, or what we're planning.
Hey, Coach, last week you guys held the ball for 39 minutes, 400 yards of total offense, but only 18 points. As a play caller, what are you trying to do this week, and what have you been emphasizing in practice to prepare for Kansas City?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing obviously there is you got to finish. You got to finish drives in the red zone. You want to score points every time you touch the rock, and whether it takes one play or 10 plays, we don't really care. But we got to find a way to finish those drives.
Is Walker and Takitaki ready to see some action?
Well, I'm going to get through these practices, in pads today, see how they're doing, but they're both very close.
Are you pretty confident that Jack will be able to start the opener, and if not, do you feel really good about what you have behind him at tackle?
I do feel confident, Mary Kay, and yeah, I like the guys that we're working in. As you know, it's you're always working through injuries, and you're getting new guys in there and getting guys with reps at different positions, but we're confident with the guys we have, yes.
When you said you don't need to really see Jakeem on offense to make any determination,
yeah.
Where is he at right now as far as his return goes, and how much does the minimization with the rule change that the NFL is trying to, not take away, but they're limit the premium that's placed on the return game? How does that, factor into?
Yeah, I think, well, to your first part of the question, Jakeem will get return kicks and punts in this game, so we'll get some live reps of him doing that. But we value the return game. I don't know that anybody understands how the new rule is going to affect the number of returns. I think it's way too early to say. I think we all kind of have our guesses on how that might go, but we definitely value the return game.
Yesterday, Bubba was kind of videoing Cade York on the side.
Mm-hmm.
A little unusual. Is there some mechanical problem you've discovered?
Bubba was videoing, you're saying? Yeah, I mean, that's not unusual. We're always looking at things technically. We use a lot of different videos with the kicking game and really with all of our guys. We videotape some of these walkthroughs too. So.
Has there been a mechanical issue discovered?
I think with all of our players, Tony, when you say mechanical issues, it's just technique. I mean, it's fundamentals and techniques. That's what we'll continue to work on.
Kevin, when you evaluate a young receiver like an Austin Watkins, how much does the ability to play special teams on game day factor in?
Yeah, it's huge. I think those are the type of things, not just for Austin, but for all of our players, Mary Kay, as you start to talk about, 53 and then game day rosters, the more you can do, and specifically the more you can do on special teams, really does have a huge impact on that for all of our players.
With the cut down being so close, I mean, these practices and this last preseason game, how important are they for you guys to see some of the guys that are on the fringe looking for that roster spot to make that decision?
Yeah, Cam, I think it's like we've talked about, the evaluation is global. It takes everything into account, and certainly today's practice is a big part of that. The games are always a big part of it, but this evaluation goes all the way back to April as well. From the second we got our guys in the building to all the things we've been doing throughout the spring and summer.
Does Jalen Darden bring an element of speed that you would really like to try to see, before you have to make some of these decisions?
Yeah, I think it's been unfortunate again that we've had an injury there. Tom, get in. Get out of here. Yeah, it's been unfortunate that Jalen's had that injury, which has limited him. But we do know his play style. Obviously, we saw it all last year.
You talk about Miles being in the backfield all the time. So how do you judge how Jed's doing when Miles is having that kind of success?
Yeah, I mean, again, that's nothing new going against Miles for Jed. I think it's great work for him. We judge all the work that we get. It's not just the work that he gets versus Miles, but I mean, he's going up against an all-pro caliber player every day, which will only make him better.
Kevin, when you go into this last preseason game, especially because there's 4 this year for you guys, are there a lot of unknowns on your field? 53-man roster, or do you go in with a pretty good idea of what it's going to look like?
It's a little bit of both, Dan. I think it's a great problem to have when you're talking about guys at the end of that roster where, you know, hey, we got 4 spots for these 5 guys or these 6 guys. I mean, that's the really tough decisions that have to be made. You know, Andrew and I spend a lot of time talking about those decisions. I trust him with all those decisions. I think it will be well informed, but it doesn't make it any easier.
Dalvin kind of talked about playing, you know, alongside Miles, Ladarius, sometimes with Obo in there too, like that. He feels like one-on-one matchups are going to be easier. It just seems like that's been a big focus. Like how you guys have kind of seen that come along when you throw those different combinations out there on the D-line.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of, you know, what makes a good pass rush is having multiple guys that you can throw at a team and line them up in all different areas. I can think back to a bunch of teams over the years that they just line 5 guys up and they try to get your offensive line into a 5-0 call, and you're hoping that somebody's going to win, or you're going to run a stunt and get a winner from it. So the more guys that can win one-on-ones, it obviously opens up your playbook.
Kevin, follow up still outside?
It sounds like we're going inside. They're making an announcement right now.
Thanks, sir.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Just like saw the lightning.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.